Hey guys, hope you guys are having a fabulous Friday, that you're getting ready for your weekend, gonna have lots of fun. Haven't hopped on and done a recipe for you guys in a while, so I thought I would do that today. I'm getting ready to make a snack for my wonderful family, and because my husband has the ball game this evening also, so we need to make sure we have lots of great entertainment food and snacks. But I wanted to share with you a little bit about popcorn. It tends to get a bad rap, and I'm going to share with you the pros and cons of popcorn, how to be able to have it as a healthy snack versus something that can be an issue for your body and stuff like that. So, but first, I'm going to actually show you 3 different ways to cook your popcorn before I start talking, so that this one can actually be popping, be making noise in the background. So you can do it old school in a pot. You can use an air popper, all right, which I've already popped up some in the air popper. And this particular pot I'm going to use because it already has vent holes on it, so I can actually just put the lid on it. Or you can use another pot and you just make sure and vent it, all right? So you just leave it kind of popped like that. So the handy thing is 3 different oils that are really good to cook with. One, you're not going to be going on a high heat anyways, so you don't need to worry about what clean oil you're going to choose. Some oils that I really like using for our popcorn is an MCT oil. So this is really great, not only to cook it up this way, or if you have it dry, to be able to use as your oil. I like that really greasy kind of popcorn, really messy. So anyways, you can use it as your slathering, oil, your butter. Olive oil is really good, as well as sunflower oil, macadamia oil. It's not a higher heat one, so usually if I'm gonna do it in the pot, I will cook it with MCT oil, olive oil, or sunflower oil. And then MCT oil, olive oil, sunflower oil, macadamia oil, and or avocado oil are great for drizzling oils. All right, so we're going to start it in the pot, and then we're going to talk about the benefits of popcorn, as well as which of our essential oils are great to pair and to make it fun. All right, so I have it just enough on the bottom to create a little bit, all right, just a coating, and then we're going to put a little bit of our popcorn in it. All right, so there it is. I like to go ahead and put my salt on with it, just so it makes it stick to it, because that's the disadvantage to air dry popcorn, is if you want it to have salt, that's great for the drizzling if you want that messy kind of popcorn, so it's great. But if you want just salted popcorn and it not to be real greasy, feeling, then this is probably better, because the salt will actually stick to the popcorn as it's cooking, and then afterwards too, since it already has a little bit of moisture, whereas air popcorn tends to not have any moisture left in it at all, and so the salt doesn't stick to it at all. You can also go ahead and pair if you're going to be using an essential oil, you can put it in this way. I'm going to show you another way that I'm going to do it. So the combinations that are really yummy are lemon and rosemary. Let's see if I can actually turn it around better. So lemon and rosemary. Not going very well, huh? There we go. All right, we've got cilantro and lime. And then the one that I'm going to do today, my ginger cover came off, or my outside, so cassia and ginger, and I'll explain to you all those. But so what you could do, if you want it to have a really subtle taste, you can put 1 drop of each inside of this pot while it's popping, and you'll get a very subtle light flavor. I like my flavors to be a little bit bolder, so I won't. Plus, when I'm making it for a large group or for a family, being able to individualize our bowls is really nice. But just so you know, this flavor was subtle enough that when I did the cilantro and lime, my daughter did not even remotely taste it. So then she got the benefits of cilantro in her system. Maybe it's because she likes lime, and so therefore she didn't notice the cilantro. I'm not sure. So anyways, then we're going to put it on medium. All right. and then you'll be able to hear it popping eventually in the background. So while that is going, we're going to talk about popcorn. All right, so this is the thing, and you can read lots of really great resources on Dr. Axe's website. He's really talked about the controversy of popcorn and all that stuff, and he's got some really great write-ups, especially if you like a quick, if you like graphics that are really simple. So there are several other doctors, Dr. Chris, I just drew a blank of his name. It won't come to me. But Dr. Axe, I really like his information. He shares a lot of really great stuff for all of us. So basically helping you understand that corn itself, or popcorn, all right, itself is not GMO. I know that corn has gotten a really bad rap for GMO because it is. But for some reason, the corn that is used for popcorn is a different type of corn, and it is never a GMO corn. So you're safe from that. But it is one of the crops that are often sprayed with pesticides. So that's where the concern comes in. So the pitfalls are that commercial popcorn that does not say that it's organic is that it can be often sprayed with pesticides. All right, so pitfalls though also in theaters and other type of popcorn that you're not making yourself is that inflammatory oils are being used, like vegetable oil, canola oil, stuff like that. It's highly sprayed with insecticides. The bags, the microwavable popcorn bags, they, because of all the chemicals that are put inside of it, it actually affects the thyroid. It can be very problematic for the thyroid. And then the fake butter that is used usually in the theaters as well as in these bags can affect the lungs. And the toppings that are used usually have gluten, GMO corn, soy, and other junk in it and everything. So the safest way to enjoy popcorn is to be able to purchase plain organic kernels, right? Use some of the clean oils that I just shared with you, the MCT, olive oil, sunflower oil, macadamia oil, avocado oil, to be able to use those. Pop it old school or with an air popper. And some of the toppings that you can use are sea salt, rosemary, the different oils, thyme, garlic, and like I shared, my favorites have been so far the rosemary and lemon, the cilantro and lime. We're gonna today try the cassia with ginger. If you like it to be a little bit cheesy, you're gonna hear it in the background, right? My dogs are hearing it because they know what goes on, and they know that popcorn usually pops around the house. So a nutritional yeast is really great to make it cheesy. So doing this with a little bit of the cilantro and lime, or with the rosemary and lemon, it makes it just really yummy. If you like a little bit of pizzazz, a little bit of spice, cayenne pepper with the lemon, and even the cheesy would be really good. Adding a little bit of garlic and other seasonings along with it. So those are just some really fun flavors and zests and tastes to be able to add to it. All right, so you can see it's starting to steam. I want to make sure that it's going still. All right, so some of the benefits to be able to know and understand about popcorn is that they're high in antioxidants, so that helps fight free radical damaging, right? It's high in fiber. They're very filling, so like when you're feeling like you have a sweet tooth, and remember, since it's high in fiber, it shouldn't spike your blood sugar. Remember, popcorn is different than corn itself, and in moderation, it's going to actually create, let's make sure, see how it pops? Oh, you missed. It's popping everywhere, and my dogs are about to come and enjoy all the popcorn that's falling on the floor. So they love it. So we're going to doctor that one up here in a second, and I'm going to show you how we're going to make it into a sweet corn, especially with Halloween coming up, right? Rather than a zesty kind of corn, popcorn. So I just realized that I did this a little bit backwards. So anyways, so some of the great health benefits also is that it supports healthy bones because it has a significant amount of manganese in it. All right, manganese, M-A-N-G-A-N-E-S-E. So, right, and this is really supportive for when you're going through menopause, having osteoporosis issues, arthritis, as well as osteoarthritis. So, because it creates healthy bones, helps support joints, stuff like that. So what our cautions are that, though, that we need to keep in mind is that even a good, organic, clean popcorn, it could still encourage an allergic reaction because corn is one of the 7+ foods that can be highly, allergenic in a person's body, and it can create irritable bowel issues. But what I have been finding on my health journey, anyways, is that I did used to have problems with popcorn. One, I wasn't eating the right kind of popcorn, but even as I started my healing journey and when I was having my leaky gut issues, I would still get really bad gut bloat and bowel problems and stuff, right? So, but as I've healed my leaky gut and everything is functioning right and my insulin levels are really good and stable, I have found that I can have a bowl, let's say about this size, 1 or 2 of these a day, and it's really satisfying for me, and it curbs a sweet tooth that I might have. And again, remember, one of these lids because we're going to do a little savory one also. I'm going to do a sweet and a savory one. Remember that it's not a grain. We tend to classify it and thinking of it as a grain, but it's not. Popcorn's not a grain. It is a vegetable. It's just a starchier vegetable, especially if it's eaten as the corn itself. But when it says popcorn, it's higher in fiber. So real quick, Dr. Axe also does have some information that you can compare, popcorn versus corn. So understanding that corn, if you're going to, eat corn on the cob, the pros to that is that it's high in vitamin C, magnesium, it's antioxidants, has lots of antioxidants, high in fiber. It's a slowly digestible carb, so it can actually help control blood sugar levels. It's naturally gluten-free. The problem is that most corn out there is a GMO corn. So making sure that when you're choosing a corn, that it says, GMO free. It's usually used in a lot of processed foods. If you're sensitive to it, it can create irritable digestion. If a person is a FODMAP sensitive, then it can create an issue there. If you already have leaky gut, it can create issues there. And it's usually one of, it can be used to, don't assume that a corn tortilla is going to be gluten-free, because a lot of times it gets mixed with other flours like wheat and stuff like that. So using corn as popcorn, or even the fresh corn, or finding a gluten-free corn tortilla, using that in moderation. If you don't have any of these other allergen issues or gut issues, it can be a really great way to increase fiber, to add a little bit of flair and fun. And so just, keeping in mind and paying attention to what your body might need. All right, so now let's make this sweet and savory. So what I do to be able to, actually I'm gonna do it sweet, not savory, because I want my daughter to enjoy this. So we're gonna make caramel popcorn for my daughter, and we're gonna make it festive with ginger and cassia. So cassia, the difference with it and cinnamon, as I posted earlier, is that cassia is a buttery kind of cinnamon flavor, whereas cinnamon is think of Red Hots, right? So, and ginger is just festive and fall, right? So what I do is I'm gonna use the MCT oil, is I put the MCT oil in the bottom of the bowl. I'm going to put a drop of the ginger. Got 2 drops, it's okay. And because this is a bigger bowl anyways. I'm going to put a drop of the cassia. Alright, got 2. Alright, and then we're going to put a little bit of the popcorn in it. My dogs are going to come running because they're going to hear me. Alright, and then I'm going to grab the lid. This is a really cheater way to be able to put the oil on it. You can get a little squeezy bottle and mix it up ahead of time, but again, since we each are so individual, I like to be able to mix it up just a bowl at a time, and this just makes it easy. Shake it up so it gets all oily. Alright, and let's taste. Ooh, our fall. That's yummy. All right, so now, if you want it to be a little bit sweet, you can add a little bit of maple syrup or a couple drops of stevia. Now, normally, something like stevia, since it's water-based, the drops, so you could use the sprinkles. Water-based tends to kind of shrink the popcorn, so you do the sprinkles. We're gonna do a little bit of maple syrup though. Just a dabble. See if I can get this to come out. All right, and the cool thing is that the cinnamon, and I should have put it on the bottom with the oil first. The cinnamon will help counter that being so hot. I didn't put a whole lot, just enough to give that little bit of glaze. All right. And now, I'm gonna caramel popcorn. Yummy. All right, so we got our caramel popcorn. Let's do a cheesy cilantro lime real quick, and then I will let you guys have your weekend. So I'm gonna put a little bit of oil, do a little bowl, and this is a little bowl, so I want to really be careful. I like cilantro. I would definitely this size bowl per 1 drop of each, because cilantro can be kind of strong, but I really like the cilantro, so it won't bother me, because I literally eat a bunch of cilantro at a time. So I'll eat it as a salad. And then I'm gonna drop lime. All right, now with this, I will put my nutritional flakes on the top. I'm gonna grab my popcorn, put it in there. My nutritional flakes. All right. So that as I shake it all around, it'll start getting kind of moist, and I'm going to go ahead, I'm feeling compelled to do the everything spice, which has a little bit of onion and garlic, pepper. That just sounds yummy. All right, now again, shake. Let's see how this turns out. All right, let's see, the oil got stuck to the bottom. So, and this is one of those things where you can grab a spoon or a fork, probably a spoon. And you can stir it around a little bit. All right, I probably just didn't put enough oil, which is kind of good for me because I'll just add a little bit more oil now. All right, like I said, and the cool benefit is MCT oil. Getting some great brain food going on. All right. Ah, there we go. And now, great cheesy popcorn. All right, so there you guys go. Make some popcorn, pull up a seat, and watch the game. And let's keep rooting for the Astros. That's my team for my hubby, which really and truly, I don't pay attention to much of anything, but I know that our house is happy if the Astros are winning, so go Astros. Love you guys. Have a great weekend. God bless.